If you're anything like me, then you love the movie Crazy Rich Asians.
What about us taking an adventure east?
Like Queens?
Singapore, Colin's wedding.
I love it so much that I flew 17 hours, non-first class, to Singapore to live my best Crazy Rich Asians life. Join me as I visit some of the places where the movie was filmed on my own, no crazy expensive tour guys. Let's get started. Changi Airport. When Rachel and Nick first land in Singapore, Rachel says, "I can't believe this airport has a butterfly garden in a movie theater. JFK, it's just salmonella and despair." And Changi sure does have a butterfly garden in a movie theater, but it has so much more. Take the Jewel, for example, a fully contained indoor waterfall. Countless shops and restaurants from around the world, and has been named World's Best Airport 7 years running. Also in the film, the drive from the airport into the city down this scenic road with Rachel and Nick in the backseat of Colin and Araminta's open-top SUV. Newton Hawker Center. Their first stop after the airport is to the Newton Hawker Center. Nick explains to Rachel, each of these hawker stalls sells pretty much one dish and they've been perfecting it for generations. You know, this is one of the only places in the world where food vendors actually earn Michelin stars. We did stop at Newton, but we quickly realized that all stalls were cash only and we hadn't exchanged any currency yet. So we headed to another hawker center that mentioned in the reviews had an ATM on site. After getting some Singapore dollars, we were ready for some Hainan chicken rice. And Tian Tian is a famous Michelin star chicken rice stall. They had a crazy line, but actually got through it rather quickly. Our chicken rice cost about $4 US. Chicken was tender, rice was flavorful. And tip, there is another Hainan chicken spot right next to Tian Tian and it's just as good, with no line. And they also have a delicious chicken soup that comes with your meal. Chimes. Remember when Rachel shows up at the wedding of Colin and Araminta for her Bach Bach moment? Well, that scene took place right here at the Chimes. The Chimes actually began in 1852 as a Catholic convent known for taking in left-on-the-porch babies, and then became an orphanage in 1855. It is now currently a chapel and a very popular wedding venue. I mean, who wouldn't want to get married at this beautiful church with its stained glass and water flowing down the aisles? Oh wait, not all the weddings here have water flowing down the aisle? That wedding scene was one of the most over-the-top, iconic wedding scenes I have ever seen. What did you guys think? Would you want to get married here? Let me know down below in the comments. The Chimes actually also has a courtyard and an array of restaurants behind the building. It went through a $45 million renovation in 2013 and looks like they have a lawn area for activities or for just lounging around. Chinatown. Speaking of the Bach Bach moment, one of my favorite scenes in the movie is when Peik Lin is giving Rachel a pep talk and helping to build back her confidence. They're at a coffee shop talking about how chickens are bitches and Rachel is no chicken. Being in Chinatown really gives you a feel for being in Singapore, and we loved walking around seeing the locals play what looks like Chinese chess. Here's a quick clip of the scene.
Roll up to that wedding, you gonna be like, Bach Bach, bitch.
Bach Bach, bitch.
Chickens are bitches.
Orchard Road. So technically, Orchard Road isn't featured in the film, but since we were exploring, we couldn't skip sharing the Singaporean rodeo drive with you all. The Japanese department store Takashimaya is just one of the many retail shops here, and we came here just to try a boba place that came from Taiwan called Jin Fu Tang. We're no strangers to boba, especially because we're from LA and we have our share of boba places all over. But we've never seen a boba place make their own boba. This place is known for their freshly made boba cooked with brown sugar. I mean, look at that vat. They have a really simple menu and we decided on their specialty, which was a brown sugar milk drink. They lace the cup with their signature brown sugar boba, then fill it with milk, and lastly shake some brown sugar on top and torch it for a nice creme brulee kind of effect. I gotta tell you guys, this was the best boba I've ever had in my life. I'm sure there's better out there in Asia, but this one will remain in our hearts forever. Merlion Park. This has to be the most iconic area of Singapore. Half fish, half lion, and is the mascot for Singapore. The Merlion faces the bay from 1 Fullerton Road and looks out towards the Marina Bay Sands. In the movie, Rachel and Nick meet near here to talk after a long time of not seeing each other. You'll see lots of tourists here trying to get a picture of the Merlion fountain with their mouths open like this. Very close by to the Merlion Park is a location where they filmed a scene when Michael gets out of the limo and leaves Astrid behind. Sentosa Island. Just a quick monorail from the main city of Singapore, Sentosa Island is one of Singapore's most popular tourist destinations. They also have a Merlion, but sadly this got torn down the day we were there. Sentosa is also known for Universal Studios, some other fun activities such as luging and ziplining, and lots of food and beverage shops. They even have Din Tai Fung. If you don't know what Din Tai Fung is, comment below and I'll be sure to make a future video on this soup dumpling paradise. In the movie, it's where Nick and Colin go to escape the bachelor party. It looks like they're on a secluded island, but in fact, they're here at Sentosa Island. Gardens by the Bay. Gardens by the Bay is located next door to the Marina Bay Sands Hotel. It's known for its super trees that light up at night, but in the daytime they have 250 acres of gardens and nature installations that are definitely worth checking out, like this very Instagram-friendly cloud forest. It's an indoor forest with a very tall waterfall that almost misses you as you walk through this popular installation. It's in a dome-like greenhouse and actually a nice sanctuary from the Singapore heat. At night, the Gardens by the Bay transforms into a beautiful light show with the Marina Bay Sands lit up as a backdrop. They have 2 shows a night daily. It's where Colin and Araminta's wedding reception takes place, and it's definitely worth checking out both in the daytime and nighttime. Marina Bay Sands. Known for its iconic rooftop infinity pool, this was the location for Nick and Rachel's engagement party. You'll see synchronized swimmers in the pool performing for them in this scene. One thing to keep in mind if you're wanting to visit the pool at the Marina Bay Sands, it's only accessible to hotel guests. There is an observation deck, however, that you can access to view the pool area. The movie ends with a beautiful fireworks show acting as a backdrop to the Marina Bay Sands. Please give this video a thumbs up if this video was helpful in planning your next Singapore adventure, or if it was just fun to look back on the movie. Please also take the time to subscribe to my channel. I'll be releasing content weekly and you'll be notified right away if you're subscribed. As always, thanks for watching and see you next time.